Sona and the simile of the lute strings. When effort is too tight or too loose. The Buddha was staying near Rajagaya. At that time, the monk Sona was practicing with extraordinary determination. He was not lazy. He was not avoiding difficulty. His problem was almost the opposite. He was pushing himself so hard that his effort had become harsh. The Vinaya preserves a striking image of this. Sona practiced walking meditation so intensely that his feet became injured and the path was stained with blood. Still, he continued. He wanted liberation, and he believed that greater effort should bring him closer to it. But despite all that striving, his mind had not yet been freed. His body was exhausted. His mind was discouraged. Then a thought arose. Sona reflected that he was one of the Buddha's disciples who applied great energy, yet he had still not reached liberation. His family was wealthy. Perhaps, he thought, he should leave the monastic life, return home, enjoy that wealth, give gifts, and make merit. This was not the thought of someone who had never tried. Sona had tried until his body was injured. His difficulty was that he had begun to measure sincerity by how hard he could push himself. When intense effort failed to produce the result he expected, the same belief turned into despair. If this much effort was still not enough, perhaps the path itself was beyond him. The Buddha became aware of Sona's state of mind and went to him. He did not tell him simply to try harder. He did not accuse him of weakness. Instead, he asked Sona about something he already understood well. Before becoming a monk, Sona had been skilled at playing the lute. The Buddha asked him about the strings. If the strings were pulled too tight, would the instrument sound properly? Sona answered that it would not. If the strings were too loose, would it sound properly? Again, Sona said no. But when the strings were neither too tight nor too loose, when they were tuned to the proper tension, the lute could produce a clear sound. The Buddha then applied that familiar principle to practice. When energy is aroused too forcefully, the mind can become restless and agitated. When energy becomes too slack, it can sink toward laziness. So Sona should tune his energy properly and bring the other qualities of mind into harmony with it. This teaching is sometimes reduced to a simple message. Do not try too hard. But that is incomplete. The Buddha did not tell Sona to become less serious. He did not praise comfort for its own sake. A completely loose string cannot make good music either. The lesson is not to choose relaxation instead of effort. It is to learn how effort actually works. A string needs tension. Without it, there is no clear note. But more tension is not always better. If the string is pulled beyond the point where it can function properly, the sound is lost. Practice is similar. Effort is necessary. Unskillful habits do not disappear merely because we wish them away. Distractions require us to return again and again. Wholesome qualities must be developed. But effort is useful only when it serves the work of the mind. If effort itself creates agitation, desperation, resentment, or exhaustion, simply adding more force may make the problem worse. Sona's injured feet showed determination. But pain itself was not the goal. Exhaustion itself was not wisdom. The Buddha redirected him from measuring effort by intensity to measuring it by function. Is this effort helping the mind become clearer? Is concentration becoming steadier? Are wholesome qualities growing? Or is the mind becoming so tense that it can no longer see clearly? A musician does not feel ashamed because a string needs tuning. If the note is too high, the string is loosened. If it is too low, it is tightened. The musician is not loyal to tightening or loosening. The musician is loyal to the sound. Wise effort is similar. Sometimes the mind is dull. Then more energy may be needed. The posture may need to become more alert. Attention may need to become more deliberate. One may need to remember why the practice matters and bring firmness back into the mind. At another time, the mind may already be restless and overdriven. Then more pressure may increase the disturbance. The practitioner may need to soften unnecessary tension and allow concentration to settle. These are not opposing teachings. They are different adjustments for different conditions. This is why balance does not mean doing everything halfway. A musician does not tighten every string to the same middle position. The correct tension is discovered by listening to the sound. Practice also requires listening. Am I sleepy or simply calm? Am I resting wisely or avoiding something difficult? Am I practicing diligently or punishing myself? Am I continuing because this effort is useful, or because I am afraid that slowing down will mean failure? The outward appearance may be similar while the inner quality is very different. One person may meditate for a long time with steady clarity. Another may sit for the same length of time while fighting the body, judging every distraction, and creating more frustration. The duration is the same. The quality of effort is not. The Buddha's teaching to Sona therefore points towards skill, not merely quantity. Effort is something we must learn how to use. This principle can be seen in ordinary life. A student may believe serious study means staying awake all night. For a while, that may feel like dedication. But if exhaustion destroys concentration and memory, continuing without rest may no longer serve learning. The opposite is also true. If every small discomfort becomes a reason to stop, progress becomes difficult. The better question is not simply, did I work hard? It is, was my effort effective? The Buddha also told Sona to bring the other faculties into balance with his energy. In Buddhist teaching, faith, energy, mindfulness, concentration, and discernment support one another. Energy alone is not enough. Strong effort without steadiness can become agitation. Calm without sufficient energy can become dullness. Faith needs discernment. Discernment needs enough confidence to enter the practice rather than analyze forever. Mindfulness notices what is happening and helps the practitioner see which adjustment is needed. The point is not that every faculty must be mathematically equal. They need to support one another. Sona already had powerful energy. He did not need another command to generate more of it. He needed energy that could work together with concentration and clear seeing. After hearing the Buddha's teaching, Sona did not abandon the monastic life. He adjusted his effort and continued practicing with diligence. The early discourse records that he eventually realized the goal for which he had gone forth. He became an arahant. That ending is essential. The teaching on balance did not weaken his commitment. It made his commitment workable. Balance was not a retreat from the goal. It allowed him to continue toward the goal without being defeated by his own method. Before the teaching, his determination was intense but poorly tuned. Afterward, the determination remained. What changed was its quality. Balance is not a fixed state reached once and preserved forever. A string can go out of tune. A mind can change from morning to evening. Yesterday's useful amount of effort may not fit today's condition. Adjustment is part of the practice itself. Rest also needs discernment. There is a difference between rest that restores the ability to practice and avoidance that quietly replaces practice. Both may look like stopping. Their function is different. Likewise, effort that creates clarity is not the same as effort driven by fear and self-attack. Both may look disciplined from the outside. Their results are different. The question is what they produce. Does this choice support wakefulness? Does it help the mind become stable enough to see clearly? Does it strengthen wholesome qualities? Or does it create the kind of exhaustion that makes the entire path seem pointless? Sona had reached that point. His extreme effort had not merely made him tired. It had brought him close to leaving the path. The Buddha did not shame him for this. He gave him a way to understand what was happening. Sona already understood music, so the Buddha gave him an image he could recognize immediately. A string needs tuning, so does effort. The story of Sona therefore gives us a practical way to examine ourselves. When we feel tired, the question is not automatically, how can I force myself to do more? Nor is it automatically, how can I escape this? We can ask instead, what is happening to the string? Is the mind too loose? Has comfort become more attractive than the task? Then perhaps it is time to strengthen effort. Or is the mind painfully tight? Is every mistake becoming a reason for self-criticism? Has practice become a race against an imagined deadline? Then perhaps wisdom requires easing the pressure without abandoning the direction. The Buddha did not ask Sona to choose between seriousness and balance. He showed him that genuine seriousness requires balance. If a method repeatedly produces collapse, refusing to adjust it is not always courage. If a person continually avoids effort, calling that balance is also mistaken. The question remains practical. What helps the mind move toward freedom? Use enough energy to support the path. Do not use so much that the energy itself becomes an obstacle. Do not loosen it so much that the path disappears. Listen, adjust, continue. Today, if you are exhausted because you believe you must always push harder, may you have the clarity to notice when more force is no longer helping. If you have become too loose and keep postponing what you know matters, may you have the courage to bring your energy back. May you not measure sincerity by how much pain you can endure, or wisdom by how comfortable you can remain. May you learn instead to recognize the kind of effort that makes the mind clearer, steadier, and able to continue. And like a well-tuned instrument producing a clear note, may your effort become neither harsh nor careless, but steady enough to carry you along the path without breaking the one who walks it.